welcome to another lesson in the creation of our school management system. In our previous lesson, we summarized on the designing of our teachers user form. Now in this, we're going to go to the name manager and assign a name from our Excel sheet that is for the teachers details to the user form. Then from there, we copy and paste the various formulas to have our user form up and running. That is exactly what we are going to be doing in this video. So let's just dive right into it. Now let's come to this and then let's switch to our teachers details sheet, and then we get things there. So we have it here. Now let's just go to the name manager. Yeah, let's go to the name manager. Let's check, make sure that the teachers details sheet is selected. Let's just go to the name manager and then we're good to go. So let's come to the formulas. So from there we come to the name manager. So we need a new name. Make sure the name is going to be given to the every what do you call it, name here, or every package here shouldn't be the same. Example, we have ACC already, so the next name or any other name that will be given shouldn't contradict with any of these names at all. So let's take note of that. Now let's just go to new. So on new, so we're going to give it a name, different name like data with 2 A's, sorry, and then TA, data. Let's take note of this. When we go to the row source, we're going to assign this name there so that there will be some relationship between the sheets and then the user form. That is exactly what we're going to do here. So let's just increase the size of our snippet and then okay, now we can't do anything until we clear what is here. So now let's just go ahead and then clear everything here. Now we're going to enter some formula or formulas here as we did to that of the student what do you call it, I've forgotten of the name, student user form. The same thing we're going to be doing here. So you just type equal to here. So but before we do that, let me quickly assign a number here so that it will just take effect from the other side. Let's cancel this. Let's just, with the ID or the cell and the ID selected, just type 1 there just to keep it intact for us. So let's just go back to the name manager. Then let's see, let's come to new. Then let's give it a name as data. Now let's clear everything here. Let's clear it here and then type equal to. Then you type offset. Then into brackets. You just open your bracket. Then you select this. Then after selecting that, just bring a comma. Then bring 1. Then comma. Then 0. Then type counter. Then open another bracket again. So this time around, we want to select the entire column. So you just select it this way. Then from there, you just go ahead and then close your brackets. Then after that, -1, then comma. After -1, then comma, and then what else? Then the number of columns we have, that is 23. Then after that, you just close your brackets. Now you click on OK. There is some contradiction somewhere. So let me just check on that. We found a problem with the formula. So what's that? To get around this type apostrophe. Okay, let me just figure that out. Counter. After the 0, there should be comma before the counter. Exactly. After the 0, there should be comma before the counter. So let's fix that quickly and then we proceed. Let's click on OK now. Now everything should be working for us. Now we click here, you can see that the first row is selected. You can see that the selection that's shining around the first row, so it means everything is working. So if we scroll to the end, we have that up and running without any stress. So it means everything is working perfectly, and for that matter, we can close this. And don't forget of the name. You can now switch to our user form and then click the list box. We go to the row source, then we change the name here, or we just type the name here, data. Don't forget of the name. So you can just check it out and you can see that everything is appearing here, transferred from our Excel sheet to the user form. Now it means there is a relationship between the user form and then the Excel sheet. They can now communicate. Whatever information we give to this user form, it will then transfer it directly to the Excel sheet as our information and then store it there for us without any problem. So let's go ahead and format the headings here. So let's just check. See that. Let's scroll down and just check on text align. Let's check on text align, whatever. Okay, let's click inside the list box, and then that is what we can see. So text align should be center, so we have it in center. Let's go to the font, and then we increase it and even bold it a bit. So let's just check the font. The font good. So we have Times New Roman. So let's bold it, Times New Roman. It should be at least 10. Then we click on OK. So we have this. Good. So the next thing we're going to look at is the let's just see here. Let's try to give a background color to the list box here. So let's check on the back color here. It's white. Go to the palette and look for something like this. White. I think this looks okay and perfect. So let's just click here and debug it for us to see before we begin copying and pasting our form. So everything is working here perfectly for us. This form looks awesome. It's nice. Let's just check here and see everything is good here. Perfect. And then up and running. Now let's just go back and then begin copying and then pasting our codes. Now before we do that, let's just adjust this a bit. Now let's double click to open this. Let's clear everything inside here. You can then let's minimize this. Now let's go back to the SMS VB codes. We are done with that of the students, so we now have that of the teachers. So we just double click to open the first one. The text are many in it, so just Control A to select, Control C to copy. So let's just go back to our and then Control V to paste. So we are done with that. So let's come to the bottom. We press the enter key thrice or twice or 4 times to give a space below for another codes to be pasted there. So you close this. Go back to the second one. So just select everything inside there. Control A does the action. So Control C to copy. Can minimize it now. Come below here. Control V to paste. So we are good to go with that. So let's just hit the enter key twice to give another space. So we close this as well. Quickly go back to that, and then the third one, Control A to select, Control C to copy. So let's just come back here, Control V to paste. So 3 times to give another space below. So we close this, and then let's just go back to let's close this so that we have this. So the combo box, let's just select it and then Control C to copy, and then come this way, Control V to paste. So we give spaces at the bottom as well. Then let's come back this way and close this. So let's just go back to our folder again, box 2, Control A to select, Control C to copy. Then let's come this way, Control V to paste. Hit the enter key to give spaces again. We close this. Now let's go back to the box 3, Control A to copy, Control C to select. Sorry, Control A to select, Control C to copy. Come this way, and then Control V to paste. Then to give a space for more codes to be pasted. Yes. Just come this way, combo box 4. Control A to select, Control C to copy. Come this way, Control V to paste. Space. Do away with this. Okay, come this way. Control A to select, Control C to copy. These codes seem lengthy than that of the student. Yes, that is because the labels are more than that of the student as well. So let's just go back and then clear this. Let's come this way. This box 1. Okay. Now let's come back to the reset. Control A to copy, Control C. Control A to select, Control C to copy. So just reset. Good. Space. Search. Control A to select, Control C to copy. Control V. Space. Now let's just go back here. Control A to select, Control C to copy. Let's come this way. Control V to paste. let's go back to this and then clear this. Control A to select, Control C to copy, minimize this. Okay, let's just go back and then let's box 2. Control A to select, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Control A to select, Control C to copy. Gotta come here and paste. Control A to copy, Control A to select, Control C to copy. You know what I'm just doing, so you go exactly and do the same. So that you can just run our codes and see how it's going to be. Control A to select, Control C to copy. The last one, Control A to select, Control C to copy. So I think we are done now. Let's just go ahead and save it from this angle. Then let's go back to our user form. Now let's debug it and see. No error so far. We can see this one here, a 2 here, because the, what do you call it? There is one already in the database, so that is why it's waiting for the second information. Yet the one we've just added hasn't. So let's just go ahead and then clear what is in the Excel sheet, and then let's clear this and see. So now let's enter new information here. So let's click here and debug it again. So now 1, so name Kofi Mensah, gender male, date of birth 12/12/2009, staff ID, some random numbers, registered number, date of first appointment 13/12/2008, SSF number R, and some numbers in addition, right? Designation this, academic qualification this, professional qualification that, rank, I'm just selecting anything, year of promotion 2005, contact, some random numbers, email address kofi@gmail.com, bank and branch GCB/Accra, account number, some random numbers will be good there, gross salary, so whatever, net salary, whatever, hometown, Kofi Town, next of kin, Yao Mensah, relation, brother, contact, some random numbers. Let's just go to the desktop and choose, go to passports. Let's choose this. So we have this. Let's add into the database. Okay, there is an error somewhere. So let's just debug it and see. Oh, God. So we have to go and then name our command buttons. That is the option buttons, the OPT1 and then OPT2. Oh, sorry. Let's go and do that before we come back to our codes here. Yes, let's come back to our code. So let's click on this. So let's name it OPT1, and click on this as well and name it OPT2, OPT2. Good. sorry. So let's debug it now. Good. It says that it has already been added to the database, so we have no any other issue here. But then my scroll button here is hidden, so we need to adjust this a bit. So let's just go to this and figure out that. Let's scroll up a bit. Let's adjust this. Now let's click inside here. Then after that, let's, oh sorry, holy gosh, shit. Let's go to developers and then come to this. Holy shit, oh gosh. Good. Now let's select this. Then control, select this. Sorry, select this and select that. Now let's drag them down a bit. Okay, let's select this and drag it down to a bit. I think this is okay now. So when we debug it, we can now have our down go. This is what I was expecting, this, so that we can check every detail here. Okay, it means everything is working right. It means we've just entered only a name, and then other things didn't take effect. Let's just go back to our Excel sheet and check on that. We only have a name here, so we don't need that. Let's just do it already. Now let's go back to our form and then debug it again and enter details again. So let's just make sure everything is up and running before we exit from this video. So name is confirmed, and this form is a bit lengthy actually. So male, date of birth 12/12/2000, staff ID some random numbers, registered number some random numbers, date of first appointment 23/10/2009, SSF number D, then some random numbers in addition, designation this and then that and then this and then this and then, year of promotion 2008, contacts some random numbers, email address, sorry, Kofi, sorry, at gmail.com, bank and branch GCB Accra, account number some random numbers, gross salary whatever some random numbers, net salary some random numbers. Just enter that. Hometown, and just trying to check things out. Next of kin, please. Yes. Relationship, brother. Can you pronounce those names? Those contact, you have those names here. Then photo, choose this and then let's click on add again. Added successfully, so we have it perfectly up and running now. Excellent. Let's try with the search and update button before we exit from this video first. Let's search for the same person, so search. Every information about him pops up. Now he is a male here. Let's update him. Let's assume we have made a mistake, he's a female, so let's just check this and then let's update that. Update this, so he's now a female. So let's search for him again and update any other thing again. So search. Since it's a female, we need a female picture here. But before we do anything like that, let's just go back to our C drive. There is a folder that has been assigned in the codes that we just pasted to keep or store those things for us over there. So we don't need this again. So let me just close it. And let me just go to those codes. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me just go to the C drive here. So we have teachers info. This is the folder. So photos. So we have the picture here. So you can see for now is a male. Let's just update it and see. So we're going to change it to a female's picture. So this sweet here, this. So let's update it. Database is full. So let's go back to the folder again. Also, exited it. Let's go back to drive C again. Teachers info, photo has been replaced. It means all the functionalities are got them working. So I think now let's just go ahead and assign a macro to our button here to help us trigger the user form to when it's clicked, then it pops up. So let's just go back to the back end and do that. So let's go to inserts, then we need another module here. So we go to SAP U form 2, that is user form 2 for short. So we say user form 2 dot show. So we are done with this. So let's just go back and then assign a macro to our button. So let's just right click on it. Is it good to assign macro? So you just click on U form 2, then you click on OK. So when you hit this button, our form should pop up straightforward without any problem. So everything is now perfect and then up and running. I think we are done with this section, and then you can go ahead and add more students just to test the functionality of the user form. If there's any problem, you can let us know. So thank you very much for watching, and then until our next video, I say bye for now.